Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Happy Wednesday. No, it's Monday, everybody. Oh my goodness, I can't get my day straight. How are you doing? Come on in, say hey when you hop on. We're gonna make something fun. It's really for me to use. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. My goodness, I can't believe I thought today was Wednesday. It's Monday. All right, so the key word today is baseball. And I am painting, this is a sheet of our chalk suede. So we have these that come in a big pack, multiple sheets, and I am painting it cadet, the entire thing. Now, chances are you probably need to do 2 coats to get like a full coverage on this. I'm going to see what happens if we just do 1, but we'll see. So, what's up, my friends? We are in the middle of the day, and I thought, well, why not? Let's come hang out. So the keyword is baseball, and I'm going to show you why it's baseball here in just a second. I hope everybody is well. It feels like it's been a long time. We had a very busy weekend. All right, baseball should be working. Let me know. Let me scoot back. Hello, everyone. Jeannie. You be careful, Jeannie. They get out of school early. Your granddaughters, your twins. All right, so like I said, this is I'm pretty sure this is 12 by 12. And I mean, it's not going to be the greatest paint job, but I wanted to give you guys an idea on what to do with some of our new stuff. I went outside today and looked on my front porch and saw that I had a package waiting for me. And this is going to be a little bit messy, but it's okay to get messy every once in a while, right? This is not going to be clean and sheen. But this is Cadet. This is one of our blues. Kind of reminds me of like royal blue-ish. Okay. Hello, hello. Yes, I am on during the day. You get there early, Jeannie, probably to what? Beat the line? Yeah, Zach used to pick up the boys from school every day, and he would have to leave an hour before school got out just to get towards the front of the line. It's crazy. But we do what we have to do, right? Okay, like I said, y'all, this is not going to be the greatest paint job. We're going to dry this, and I'm going to see what it looks like. And if I don't really care for what we're working with right now, I'll do a second coat. Okay? It's just a sheet that we painted. We're going to use paint sticks. Let me set this aside for now. We're making big old messes today. Hello, Irene and Stacy and Karen. Hi, Holly. Hi, Karen. So, I'm going to take this entire mat and move it because I made a big mess with the blue. But I'm just going to take this and I'm going to set it over here to the side while it dries. And we're going to open up the new box. So here's my inspiration today. These are the boys' jerseys for baseball. Okay, they are the Mets. So I grabbed them just to confirm the numbers that I had in my mind were correct. So we have Dylan, who's number 17, and Jackson, who's number 23. Okay. This collection right here is called Game On. Hi. Hello. I can, Joan. I can show you the cutout of the week. I'll do that as soon as I'm done here. So our Game On collection just released last Thursday, and it's all about sports. Well, we're a big sports family. And I thought, well, why not make something? Because y'all, tonight we're in the playoffs. And I wanted, I don't know, like a little sign to hold up. So Here's the first transfer. Notice that it's got, I'm going to use the baseball glove today, but it's got football, it's got shoes, cleats I could use if I wanted to, soccer ball. This one has football, golf. Gosh, y'all. There is a baseball, basketball, volleyball. There's a whole bunch. There's little numbers right here as well. May do something with those. Then you've got hockey and skating and skiing and I guess, yeah, skiing because that's like a big old ski boot, right? And then you have basketball jersey. Well, you could have a jersey, and then we're going to use the numbers on this. So there's 4 transfers in this release. I thought, well, why not make a sign for the boys tonight? But we also have a ton of shapes that you can use to chalk on. We have the glove. I'm not going to use the glove. I'm going to use the chalk suede sheets. Here's your ball. You've got your skates. And look at these golf clubs, y'all. So this is the new Game On release. Okay. So let me grab the transfers that I think I'm going to use. May use the small letters, definitely the glove, and the bigger numbers. Okay. Hello, hello. Thank you. They do, Michelle, they do choose their number. Sometimes it's like, not a fight, but it's like, well, so-and-so had that number first. So, you know, it is what it is. But yes, they did choose their numbers. Okay, so I told you that I would show you the cutout of the week. Hi, Rach. This is the cutout of the week. It is a standing tree. It comes with the stand. Right now, I'm not going to put the stand on it, but 'tis the season. You can paint it whatever color you want. It is like 3D with the truck. I added some dots. That little sign says cedar, pine, and spruce. But this is the cutout of the week. So when you comment baseball, there will be a link for that. Okay. All right. So let's move over here back to our sheet. I'm going to dry this. Well, we have to. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Zach. Thank you. Thank you. So that is the cutout of the week. Standing tree. It is like the tree backer. I'll have a video posted so that you guys know how I did it. But the black part is a single piece. And then the white part and the main part of the truck. And then the sign and the trees and the wheels are like the third layer. Okay. 'Tis the season. All right, we need to dry this really well because we're going to apply wax to it. And honestly, I don't know that I'm going to fit 2 gloves on here. We might be able to. We might. I know, Mary, my shirt. Baseball mom. So we are in the playoffs. Game number 1 tonight. Wish us luck, y'all. It has been a tough season because we're like the youngest in this division. So the boys have had a little bit of hard time like getting used to that. Going from like number 1 in their division. Not to the bottom, but close. Thank you. Thanks, Joan. Thank you so much. So y'all hit the heart button. Hang out with me. I don't know how this is going to end up, but we're making signs. I'm going to cut these baseball gloves out, and we're going to put them on a stick. And I'm going to be like in the cheering, in the stands, like with my little rah-rah shush-kimba signs. I thought that'd be fun. I'm sure the boys are going to be completely embarrassed, but it gives y'all an idea. And I know a lot of you watching go to sporting events for kiddos. Whether it's your son, daughter, granddaughter, grandson, niece, nephew, whatever. So allow me to show you what we're going to do. Thanks, Holly. They are on the same team, Irene. I cannot imagine them being on different teams, different times. No, I'm not ready for that. I know at some point it's going to happen where Zach and I are going to have to divide and conquer. I'm not ready for that. Thanks, Brownie. Yes, Holly, it is. Too funny. Although, it's pretty crazy. Normally, Jackson's the one that's like gets embarrassed about things. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember where we were, but he held my hand. Like, he wanted to hold my hand as we were walking. I didn't say anything, right? Like, be like, oh, what's wrong with you? You know, I just went with it, and it worked. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Jennifer. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks, everybody. All right, so I think this is dry. It looks a little streaky, which is fine. I mean, it's the first coat of the paint. I don't know if I'm going to do a second coat, but we'll see. Let me see. Let me see. It's definitely all over the back. I'm going to grab, hold on one second. I am going to grab a sponge brush. Please hold. Please hold. All right, here we go. I'm going to try a second coat with a sponge brush. To go in the closet, y'all. Hello, Julian. I am drying a sheet of, it's a chalk suede sheet of our cadet paste. We're going to make baseball cheering section signs with my son's numbers on them for the game tonight. Okay, let me tell you something. This is actually a lot nicer finish from what I can tell. Okay, so note to self and to you, if you're trying to paint like paper or one of these suede sheets, I recommend a sponge brush, foam brush, whatever you call these. What do you guys call these? Because maybe I'm calling them wrong. It's like foam. It's like a sponge. Yeah, much better. Okay. Tip of the day, y'all. Tip of the day. Foam? Okay. Yes. You can send me a message, Joan. All right, so let me just finish this right here. We'll dry it a little bit, and then we'll continue. I actually wore these earrings for a reason. I thought about taking the smaller numbers on the transfer and putting their number on each of them. We can jump over to that and see how that works out. These are just, I think they're like, I bought them, but they remind me of like vinyl finish. Like whoever I bought them from long time ago probably used like a Cricut. So ultimately I could make them myself, but they are fairly old. So I just grabbed them. I wear them all the time. Usually I wear my like rhinestone ones, and Jackson thinks that they're diamonds. And he gets so excited whenever he sees me in like my baseball getup, as we call it. He's like, oh, mom's got her shirt on. She's got her earrings on. I wear the same shoes. It's pretty funny. Okay, that is much better. Y'all see me going to the side just because of the lighting. It's just helping me see. All right. Let's dry this a little bit, okay? Oh, hi, Zoe. Oh, I didn't see it, Christy. Every time you're building your pool, every time you look out the window and see it, it makes me think of y'all. Well, that's exciting about your pool being built. Yes, we are getting down to where we are only using the hot tub because it's not quite hot enough, y'all, to use the pool. However, we do have a heater, but I don't want to heat it up just for a couple of hours. So we've been enjoying the hot tub. Let's say Zach has been enjoying the hot tub. It's where he is when I can't find him. Hi, Wanda. Rainy. Thanks. I just nicked it, y'all. Was not paying attention. So sponge brush, foam brush for the win, for sure. Much, it's less streaky. Like right now it looks streaky because it's still wet. But we're going to apply wax to this before we put our transfer down so that it doesn't peel up our paste. Looks like Rachel's got some little people. So Rachel here is my sister. And she just moved. And we were over there yesterday unloading and helping her unpack. And her kids go to start brand new school tomorrow and they're off today. So it looks like, my nieces and nephews are in the comments. Yay! What is the base? What do you mean, Colleen? Did I say something? What is the base coat? This is Cadet. Maybe that's what you're asking? Okay, so before I continue, this is going to drive me nuts. Hi, Zoe. All right, so this is a self-healing mat, y'all. And it does heal itself. However, I want to get this paste off of here before we continue. Because, y'all know me, I like to clean as I go. And this is going to drive me absolutely bonkers. So, let me get that off. Plus, my hands are turning blue. Hi, Xander. All right. Blue paste for the win. This is the darkest blue that we have. And it's perfect. Like, it reminds me of, like, baseball colors. For real. Like, baseball blue. All right, let's do that. Let's dry this off. And let's continue. The surface, that is a chalk suede sheet. It comes in a pack, I think it's 10 or 12. And they are 12 by 12. Okay. All right, let's see here. So let me find the smaller numbers. They're right here. Problem is, I don't know that these are going to fit. If they're too small for if my earrings are too small. 1 and 7. 1 and 7. Maybe. We can try it. I am making some signs with paint sticks for the game tonight. For the boys. Alright, so these numbers right here are not, what do you call it? Cut apart. Like there's no line. However, I am going to cut them apart. Because I'm never just going to put these in order on a surface. So I'm just going to slice them right here, make my own cut line. That way I don't have to maneuver the entire transfer when I'm going to do this. Okay. So we're going to fuzz this fairly well. And we'll see. I think I'm going to do it in black. And let me tell you why I'm going to do it in black. I don't want to do it in blue in case they ever change teams. And they're not blue anymore. They've had these numbers for quite a while. All right, so let's do 17. Okay. Thanks, Jeannie. All right, they're gonna fit just fine. But honestly, y'all, like I said, I mean, I bought these. They were not that expensive. I could even make these. So if it doesn't look right, guess what? I have other earrings that I can wear that are baseball related. So it's fine. It's fine. All right, so there's the number 1. So I'm going to lift this off. And I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to put down number 7. You could trace them out and test it. Absolutely, Christy. That's a great idea. You know me sometimes. I just fly by the seat of my pants and do whatever. This is a last minute decision. All right, let's do number 7. I'm going to do this on the fuzzing cloth so that it holds my, the transfer sticks to the fuzzing cloth and not to the transfer. Okay, so here's number 7. So let's see. So these numbers, it's just the outline of the number. It's not like the inside, and I'll show you here in a second what I mean. So it is a little bit hard to tell, but you could always color them in if you wanted to with some markers. But hey, I like it. Okay, did I take my other one out? Heck no, I didn't. It's okay, Christy. Yeah, I should have done that, right? All right, 23. So this one I'm going to actually just lay down on the earring because 3 follows 2. And I need 23. 23. All right, so let's drag this paste. Now, y'all, you could get fancy and do this with ink, and then you could heat set it and make it permanent. But y'all, like I said, these are just cheap earrings that I bought. I am not too concerned about it. Okay, so there is number 23. And like I said, you can paint in the, but it's kind of cool, right? I like those. So there's an idea. Okay, next. Let me grab my little, let me clean this really quick so that we can get this black paste off of here. Hi, Paula. Let's clean this. Thanks for sprinkling, y'all. Hit the heart button for me. It is Monday. When I came on, I said, happy Wednesday. Nope, it's not Wednesday. I don't know why I thought it was Wednesday. So I just take my board eraser and wipe both sides off, okay? Thanks, Colleen. I hope I'm inspiring you for the new collection, all of the sports collection that just released. Like, how fun would it be? Like, typically, we have people over for, like, the Super Bowl and stuff. It'd be fun to use all of this, for, like, the Super Bowl party decorations. Okay, so we're done with this one. We're still going to use this one, but not quite yet. Now we're going to see if this is dry. Okay, I still see a few spots. One right there. We're going to wax this entire thing. And see if it's all dry. Here's the deal, y'all. When you are using our chalk suede, you want to make sure that, see, and it comes like this, okay? It comes like scrapbook paper. 12 pack, 12 by 12, okay? But when you're using this, you really want to make sure that it's dry and that you wax really well, especially if you paint it. So that's what I'm doing right here, making sure it's dry. And then we're going to take the glove. And honestly, okay, so let me show you something else. This transfer here has no cut lines. Zilch nada, okay? I am going to cut the glove out, just like I did the numbers on our earrings. And I don't want these to mess up, so I'm going to move them just a second. Yeah, Super Bowl party at Rachel's house, that's right. I know they're going to love it, right? It did, Irene. The earrings worked very nicely. I'm so glad that was a spur of the moment decision. All right, so we've got this transfer. And I only want to work with the glove, okay? So normally, most of our transfers have little cut lines. This one doesn't, because it gives you a lot of, I mean, best quality, original, guaranteed. Like, it gives you a lot of different things to use. So what I'm going to do is lift this up, and I am just going to cut around the glove. I'm not going to cut off the numbers, but just like so. Okay, so it just cut this off, or cut this out. So now it'll just go right back in that spot. Okay, some people are like, oh, don't do that. Well, you do you, y'all. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is take this, and like I said, y'all, the collection comes with all of the shapes too. The helmet, I'm trying to find the glove. I'm not going to use this, but I am going to use it to measure for Christy Lee. Hi, Kim. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, so let's take this off. I like to save the cardboard. Put it down here in my stash. But what I want to do is see if I can get 2 of these. Yes, I can. Sweet. That is great news. All right, so let's wax this. I don't know where my things are today, y'all. My cup is in the kitchen. Oh, what's new? What's new? So, grab our surface wax. You're gonna love it. It has no smell and it is clear. So I am going to take this all the way across my entire sheet. Pretty good amount. Okay, I'm not going to be chintzy on my wax for this project. Not that I really am ever. But I really want to make sure that I protect the paste that we painted with. Okay. When I was brainstorming this project, I even went to Zach and I'm like, do you think this is really cheesy? He's like, no, man. No. I'm like, okay. I like it. So I guess that's all that matters, right? Okay, so I got a bunch of wax right here. I'm going to flip over my wax applicator and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to buff out the entire thing. This is Cadet. That's the color we used. And then we have a very shiny piece of paper. Very shiny. I know, Linda, right? They are, Marilee. They're in the playoffs. Bye, Penny. Thanks for hopping on. Okay. Hear me out on this. I am going to do the gloves in the Mets colors. Blue, orange, and then we're going to do the numbers in white. So I'm just going to take my transfer and overly fuzz it. Because like I said, I don't want to peel up my Cadet paste that I used on the chalk suede sheet. And we're going to put all of the detail in orange. Okay? They will remember it, right? I hope so. Yes. Thanks, Vivian. Yes, Irene, thank you. Okay, here we go. So we're going to use this once, and then we're going to, let me see how I want to do this. We're going to use this once, then we're going to clean it, and then we'll have to use it again over here. So I want to triple, double, quadruple check that this is going to work. So if I have finished, okay, here's the edge on there. Okay, so I'm going to take this off with the ruler in place. And I'm going to lay this over here. Okay, I think it might be a tight squeeze, but we're gonna attempt it. Worst case scenario, I'll just paint another sheet before the game tonight. It'll be fine. Let's go this route. Okay, now that I have it in its spot, I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna run my finger over this transfer, pushing out any of the air bubbles that we may run into. Now let me show you. There are numbers. I don't know if you can see them. Where's, like, there's a number there. And there's a couple numbers right here. I'm not going to chalk those. Okay. Anita, this page, A to Z Designs. Or you can send it to me personally. All right, so I'm not going to chalk those. I'm not going to chalk those. Don't chalk those, Amy. Do I need to cover them up? No, I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to grab orange peel. And I am going to take this paste over the detail of the glove. And then I will cut this out to glue on our stick. So hopefully this works. Okay, I'm going to turn it so that I can see it just a little better. Like that. I've got all of the edges, pretty sure. Pick up my excess. Oh, forgot this part right here. Good, 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 good. Okay, slide the rest back in my jar. And then we're gonna lift it up. And then we're gonna clean this, okay? Now, in the supply list, I added like browns and stuff, like a normal glove, but look at it, y'all. Oh my gosh. Dylan is gonna get a kick out of this, I think. And then we're gonna add white numbers. Their numbers, okay? All right, here we go. So let's clean this because we need to use this again, okay? Hi, Kate. Hey, Michelle, I'm actually using blue and orange for my son's team, the Mets. They are the Mets. And Dylan wears his baseball hat everywhere. Like, he is very proud, as he should be. All right, let's clean the back. And then we'll use this again, okay? So, I just think it's a fun idea. And because I have twins, we have to make two. All right, so I've cleaned the back. We're gonna take a paper towel and dry it off. And then we have to fuzz it again because now that we've cleaned it, we have removed all of the fuzz that we originally put on it when we over fuzzed it, as I said, okay? Which we didn't over fuzz it, but y'all get the gist, right? I like to lean on the side of caution. All right, so now we're gonna do the exact same thing. Fuzz it because it's really sticky again. Thanks, Kate. I hope so, Michelle. Jackson is very nervous. He told me last night coming home from my sister's house, like, Mom, I'm really nervous about this game. Zach and I were talking about it this morning. It's like, where did these nerves come from? He's never been like a nervous kid. So much so that he did not fall asleep until about midnight last night. I don't know if it was like the anxiety. I don't know, y'all. They're only 10. Thanks, Susan. Barbara, you're live. If you see the red live, that means you're live, girlfriend. But if you don't see that, that means you're catching the replay. All right, so I'm fuzzing it really good, as I mentioned earlier, so that it doesn't peel up our paste. And then I'm going to try and do the exact same spacing lineup. Oh, perfect. We have plenty of room. Plenty. It fits like a glove. Get it? Zach would appreciate that, I think. Okay, same thing. Oh, hi, Zach. Look, isn't it cute?
Oh, did you make my numbers?
No, man, you ain't got no number.
Technically, managers on the baseball team do have numbers because they can be players.
Oh, okay.
So now you know.
You can play?
If I was 11, yeah.
Okay.
But in the professionals, yes. Yes, I could.
Okay. Do you like it so far?
I think it's adorable.
Will you hold up my earrings to the screen? Careful, don't touch them in case they're not dry. See what I did?
I did, see? 17.
And...
Okay, so why do they have 17 and 23, you ask? Great question.
Did somebody ask that, or are you making that up?
I'm making this up, and I'm telling the story. One of the greatest first basemen in Cubs history, Mark Grace, Dylan Mills. Not only the number of Michael Jordan, but also the number of one of the greatest second basemen ever in Chicago Cubs history, Ryan Sandberg.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Hey, can you get my little cup for me?
And we play for the Mets.
All right, so that is done, y'all. Let's lift this up. Oh, my goodness. 2 baseball gloves. You know they make blue baseball gloves for real. I think the boys had them when they were playing like Little League or something. Okay, let me put up my orange. We're done with that. And then put up my black, and then all we need is our white. Yeah, I didn't know that either, Melena. Me neither, girlfriend. Learned something new today.
That is why I picked those numbers for the boys.
Somebody wants to know what your favorite player on the Mets is. Well, on our Mets team.
Definitely the boys.
The boys.
I got 2 of them. It depends on the day.
Yeah. All right, spray the back and then clean this. Barbara said her dad was on the farm team for the White Sox.
That's cool.
Yeah. What's the farm team?
Farm team's like the minor league team.
Oh, fun.
Where they farm their players from?
Yay, Julian. Okay, here we go. Dry, dry, dry. This is now dry. Okay? That is like step number 2 in this process. Well, kind of step 2. Okay, so let me grab my transfer again. We've got football and soccer and, I don't know, skating and volleyball. We got a lot of things. Okay, so I'm going to lay that down. That's where it goes. I just cut it apart, even though there's no lines. Okay? Now, we're going to make sure this is dry. And then I'm just going to do, I'm just going to cut around it, not detailed. And then we're going to add the numbers to it in white. So we're going to need to wax it again. Anytime that you layer paste, you need to wax it, okay? Oh, really? Did not know that. Pink and black softball glove. Yes, 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 yes. I know the sports stencils are cute. This one is really cute. Like making a jersey with their number on it, like on a sign. Like some boys like to decorate their rooms like with sports. Not mine. Yet. But that would be cute. Look, lacrosse has varsity, basketball, volleyball, football, soccer, like golf, hockey. We got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, let me grab some scissors. And I'm just going to cut this out like so. Okay, and then I'm going to do nothing fancy, but just cut it kind of around the edge, leaving just a little bit there. I'm going to be the cool mom at the game tonight, y'all. With the gloves, with the signs. I'm going to be like, oh, where did you get those? I made them. Like, oh, wow, how did you do that? And then I tell them all about it. Okay, so just like that, look at that. Oh, I'm so glad this is coming together. So hopefully I inspired y'all, because I know many of y'all go sit on those fields, whatever type of field it is. Support your loved ones. Okay, this one's almost done. I love this, y'all. This makes my heart happy. That's all that matters. Okay, 1 and 2. All right, you could save this if you wanted to do, I could do like a baseball with it. The transfer would fit perfectly on here. So with that said, I am not going to throw this away. I'm going to save this. Okay, because it's already painted and waxed. All right, so let's come over here and let's wax this again. Thanks, Bonnie. Thank you so much. You're a baseball sister for 12 years. Wow. Yeah, I bet. Year round. Okay, so now we are basically waxing the orange paste. Okay, because we've already waxed the blue. We layered it up, and now we're waxing the orange. Okay, let me flip this over, and let's just buff it out just to be safe. There's 1, and let's do number 2. But type in the word baseball, y'all, and I'll send you all the supplies, and you can go check out all of the new stuff. So you can just create for your little athletes. Okay. All right. So we've got this one and this one. I'm not going to need the wax anymore. No. Yes. I don't know what the boys are going to end up doing. They're talking about playing football. I told Zach to do some research. Dylan doesn't want to play tackle football because he says it hurts. Jackson is all about the tackle, but I just don't know, y'all. It's a hard decision. Okay, so here again, we don't have cut lines. So I need 1, 2, 3, and 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide my scissors over this, and then we're going to meet it up here at the top, like so. So I need 1, 2, 3. You know what? I might as well. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, and 7. So let me just get these back on. Come on. We know that the 2 and 3 go together because of the number. So I'm just going to peel these off. Don't need the 4. Get back on there. Okay, so I'm going to grab my fuzzing cloth. Lay that there. And then I'm just going to slice number 7 up, and then I'll do the rest later. Diddy Genie, yeah, I know. So hard because they really want to play. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Okay, here we go. I am going to cut number 1. And we're going to do 1, 7. Now, notice this has a lot of silk screen. That's where you can see through it, okay? The bluish greenish part is what is sticky. So I don't want to over fuzz this because I don't want it, like I need it to stick somewhat to the glove. That makes sense. No, we don't have any fire trucks. I do wash my pad, Irene. I wash it quite a bit in like a little mesh bag in the washer. Okay. So I'm going to do 1 there. Let's grab 7. I'm still laughing at this. Oh, how funny. Corey played football in school, and now his sons are playing. Oh, how fun. Zach played football until high school, actually. All right, let's put the 7 down. Okay, so I'm gonna just press this down. Okay, let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna gauge the, what is the word? Space between 2 and 3. It's hard to see, y'all. Okay, it may not be the straightest, but it's fine. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna take white paste. It's fine. Quit overthinking it, Amy. Just do it. Okay. It's not like you're entering it into an art contest, right? Okay, that was a terrible idea. I want a mini squeegee for this. So let me just grab some of that paste off of there. And here we go. Good grief, that was a lot. And then I'm just taking this down the screen, left to right. I'm gonna turn it, drag it over the screen, do the number 7, and then I need to turn on my glue gun. Okay, glue gun is on. Let's lift this up. Oh my goodness. Nailed it. Oh my goodness, look. I love this. Oh, y'all, I can't wait to like finish it off. All right, let's grab the 2 and the 3. Y'all love it. Hi. He has bronchial asthma as a toddler and was getting worse and older. He got so Pee-wee T-ball started. I put him in 7-year-old. He's 27. Suzanne, welcome to the page. Oh, that's awesome. I like that story. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. And welcome. Everybody welcome Suzanne. Okay. 23 right here. These numbers are bigger just because hold on. I'm using my healing mat to measure. Okay, that works. They're a little bit bigger just because of the number that they are. All right, this time I don't have to worry about that line in the middle because this is a I didn't cut the 2 and the 3 apart. So let me just paste this here. And now we'll lift it up and make sure I got all of it. Okay. Close my jar. Here we go. Okay, somebody asked a question about the board erasers. Hold on 1 second. Look at this. Y'all, I'm so excited. Can you tell? And I just can't hide it. All right, let me just put these here. My glue gun is warming up. Hopefully the battery's charged. We could have a major issue. Okay, let me see. Somebody asked about the board erasers. Yes, Cheryl, exactly. Do board erasers get old? Yeah, mine isn't puffy anymore and it's hard to... Okay, so when it starts to fall apart, just do your best or just throw it away and grab a new one. They're pretty inexpensive and they come in a 2-pack. But yes, I've gone from brand new to one that ends up like really, really small and flat just over time. But yes, they're not meant to last forever. Let's just say that. But I do recommend rinsing them out after use and letting them dry for a longer life, in my opinion. Okay. All right, let's try these.
Why don't you pick out a name real quick, or 3, for some happy mail, and I'll write them down and stick them.
Okay, let me put these over here, and we'll finish up our little project. I'm just gonna lay these right here for now. Angela Richer Magnus, Magnes. You get Happy Meal. Okay, let's try these.
Send the page a message with your address.
Thanks.
All right, we need 2 more.
Cheryl Moran Cruz, Cruse. All right, so we've got these. They're done. And let's do Suzanne, Susanelea. She's new. She shared a story with us.
All right. There we go. Some Happy Mail. Send the page a message with your address, and we will send you some Happy Mail.
Let's do the good old paint sticks. Let's use the good old paint sticks. 12 inches, 10-pack.
Yay!
Put this over here. Now, I'm not doing anything fancy with these, y'all. I'm just going to glue these right on the back. Or glue them on there. Not necessarily the back. Here, Zach, I'll give you those.
We're going to do this too. But we're going to do, this one's a catch. Hold this one up real quick. I'm distracted you. I'm sorry. All right. In the comments right now.
You can't see it.
It's a high watermelon. In the comments section right now, put in your prediction for our playoff game score. And if you guess the correct score,
hi Don,
we'll send this to you. And of course, it has to be the Mets winning. So it's Mets versus the White Sox. So put your prediction for the final score, and the person who gets it correct, we'll send them some Happy Mail. But if we lose, apparently no one's getting it either.
All right, let's put a piece of glue or a, whatever, not a piece.
My number's 76 if you want to.
Zach's jealous. He wants a sign.
I am jealous.
These are so cute. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
the boys are gonna love these.
you were a senior in high school when we started dating.
Yep.
So you never got to cheer for me.
I cheer you on every day, babe.
That's in life, but not in sports.
Okay.
And adult softball doesn't count.
No. All right, here are baseball glove signs.
I don't wear a jersey to work every day.
I took the boys' jersey for inspiration, the colors, okay, and put their numbers not only on the gloves, but I took our new sports transfers and I put their numbers on my earrings, 23 and 17. Hit the heart button if you love this idea. And y'all, we took our chalk suede paper and we have little signs. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did these. Oh, so like when Jackson's up to bat, Dylan's up to bat.
Wave them, let's hear you go.
Woo, go boys! I get louder than that.
Let's go, Jackson! Let's go, Dylan!
Aren't these super cute? Like, you could paint your sticks if you wanted to. I'm not getting that fancy, but y'all, I love these. Kristen Pryor, if you comment the word baseball, click on shop products. They're in the chalk products list. Chalk suede paper. I love it. All the moms are going to want one, Cheryl. That's right. So, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope I inspired you. Go get your game on and get your sports transfers. Alrighty? Bye, friends.